Hey everybody, welcome to your next course, BA300, Managerial Accounting. This is your book cover. Just thought I'd throw that up there. And, and here is a preview of how you might feel at some points during the course. But anyway, not really. But I know this course historically um, has been a little difficult for some people. Others, it's not. Some people are just naturals at accounting and stuff like that. Others, it's a struggle. For some of us, struggle. Depending where you're at, will depend on where you'll be or what we're going to do here. Anyway, um, just in case, I think all of you should have. This is a 300 level. So that means junior, senior. Which means you should have been. You should be familiar with the course room here and everything. A few of you have been in courses with me. A few of you I don't recognize, but it's all the same here. When you get into the course room, this is how I got it set up. You can scroll down and get into the different weeks here, or you can use the modules tab on the left to get to your book. I've added a link over here over top of the book where you can click there to get to your book. But you can also go into the modules tab on the left here and then do it this way. Now I know we've been using this system for 6 months or longer. Every term I get an inquiry about, hey, I can't get into my book, but it's right here. This is how you get in there, and some people still trying to use the old way. So you just click on that, opens up another page. Click one more time there, and that takes you to your book. And then you have an option here of sticking with the old system, or you can go to a new version where there's a newer look here. So I just keep doing the older version here. So here's the book here. So all right, but anyway, so we go back to course room here, modules, and I'm going to go straight into week one here. Presentations. Okay, week one, we got 3 chapters. Now, this book starts in the middle of the book. It don't start at the beginning, so it starts at chapters 16, 17, 18. Just so you know. As I always do, I harp on slides, going through them. Before I go to the slides, I'm going to do something real quick here. I'm going to pull the syllabus over here just so we can go over something. You got all the details about the course, and then we get down here into the weekly outlines. So each week is broken down to different parts we're going to be covering. Week 1 through 3, 4, and 5. And one of the things I want to point out, and I pointed out sometimes in the past, because I know some of you struggle to get through a course. Sometimes we have to give you some extra time, things like that. And in my experience here, the reason for these problems is not because any of you are not capable of learning the material, it's because of a time issue. This particular syllabus has some suggested times written down here. I mean, when you look at this, 7, 5, 2 more, 2, 14, 15, that's 15, 16 hours. And I always tell students, you have to come up with, one, you have to treat school like it's just something you do instead of something extra. It's not something extra, it's part of what you do every day, and you have to find somewhere to find those 10, 20 hours a week to do these courses. If you're not spending 10 hours a week doing this, then you're not learning it, and that's part of why why you might be struggling. I can help you, and I have no problem helping you, but at the same time, if you're not putting the time in, my help isn't helping because you're still not learning the material and then being able to do this, the quizzes and the assignments and learning it. The reason this course is important is because one, maybe there's somebody within this group that's going to go into accounting. Okay, then you're going to become a wizard at this. But then the rest of you are down the road are going to be managers and someday running something. That's why you need to understand this so that you know what to look for, to understand how it works, or if something don't look right and why it's not right. So that's just that part. The slides here, you got 3 different chapters. This first one here covers what are we doing? the role of accounting. You know, it's based, that's one objective, but there's others. You got managerial accounting and financial accounting, two different things. They're different but the same because you got to know some of the stuff. These slides also are pretty good because they got the notes down here, so you can read and get a better understanding of, you know, different aspects here, different, you know, what it is and how it's applied. So there's a lot in here in these slides, a lot in, you know, the chapters. And you got some things like how organizations are set up and so forth, and how things operate. Um, and so there's just different points in here that are, you know, it's just important to understand how it all works together. You see here the other, you know, like I say, when you get into this, these three chapters cover an array of different things: job order, cost systems, and then the other one is, let me make sure, I just want to make sure, process systems. So the cost systems and process systems are similar in that it's figuring out how much it costs to do something and what it takes to do something. What are the steps in it? As you go down here, um, and I'm looking, you know, things like job order cost systems. And what we're talking about, you know, all of us have gotten those boxes we've ordered. You open it up and you have to put it together yourself. And there's 87 screws, 18 widgets and bolts and different things. That's part of a process, you know, the factories, when they figure out the cost of stuff, each one of those little things is figured out. And that's where this all comes in. So if you're going to work in, be it you know, if you're going to be working with a factory or an assembly line or logistical center, you know, supply warehouse or something, different things, all this stuff is figured out uh, from stuff that you learn in this course, you know, be it the cost of something or to make it a process. How does it get from point A to point B? How does it get from the person making the order to getting delivered at the by the UPS guy at your door? You know, there's a whole process in there. And then there's also the cost thing where they figure out how much it costs to sell that product at a certain price and pay for it. So that's where, you know, these chapters are coming in, and this these systems here. Same thing with and where was it? Chapter, yeah, this one, the cost, you know, the cost part of it. Down in here, you're going to find things that explain how, like I just said, you know, you got the store, you know, production, warehouse, out, you know, actually delivered to the retail shop, things like that. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but at the same time, I just want to emphasize the importance of putting time in. You've got to find that time and make it part of your, you know, part of your life. It was difficult for me to transition to that when I was doing school, and still am doing school, but it's just part of what you do, and it'll be a lot easier for you if, you know, you do that. So okay, so let me jump in here to the rest of the okay, so I just did the presentation discussions. Make sure as you do discussions, first one's done by Wednesday, that way everybody gets a chance to interact. You also don't lose points for late submission. This particular in past classes, this was in, you know, we had a lot of different variations on here on the scams and how they can you know, basically how you can avoid the you know, the scams. Now, make sure you keep in mind, you know, your opinion's great, but you're supposed to be pulling from what you've learned in the you know, in the chapters too, different things you're finding out there on how that might prevent that. So, all right, and then we also got the homework every week. Whoops. All right, so the homeworks, you got exercises, you know, they're listed differently. So you know, just click on this first one here. It'll open up an Excel sheet for you. So when you open up your Excel sheet, make sure the first thing you do is once you got it open, you're going to enable your editing up here so you can do things with it. You are then going to go over here to File, click on File, you're going to Save As, and then you're going to find where in your computer you're going to save this file, so that way you don't lose your work if something happens. So just wanted to, you know, make sure you do that first. Okay, so you got an exercise here. You got to do exercise 16-15. All right, so remember earlier we went to the book, right? All right, let me see if I can pull this. Now, let me make some room here. Alright, so you got your exercise. There's, to me, this the easiest way to find this exercise in the book is just go up here to the index and type in a keyword like Mills, because it's on the Mills company. It'll load it. Chapter 16, right there. Go down there, click on that, and there you go. You got your and let me move this over here. So you got your right there, the F Mills company, and here we got F Mills company. And so I'm trying to put this here where I can show you some stuff. Move that over there. Do this here. So you got all your info in here, and there again, the only way you can understand this is you have to read the material. But for example here, work right there, work in progress. Okay, so right here, work in progress. That very first line, work in progress, April 1st, 2010. All right, same thing over here, work in progress, April 1st, and it says 119. So all you do is just, there you go, April 1st, 2010. You type in your 119 and hit the enter key, and that puts it in there for you. Then right here you got direct materials. Now these worksheets are pretty nifty because they got everything in there for you almost. You click once on that, then you go over here to the little drop down menu. You look for what you're looking for. So what are we looking for? We are looking for materials, inventory, April 1st. Materials, inventory, April 1st, 175. So you do that, 175, 1, 2, 3, hit enter. And so same thing, you go, you just go on down the line and fill these out. Now I do, this is, for some of you, very difficult, others not so difficult, but get back over here. But at the same time, make an effort, and if you have problems, submit what you got, and I'll work with you. I won't necessarily give you the answers, but I will, we'll get through it. But again, you got to, you got to put the time in. So that's my, suggestion there. You got to figure out a way to, do that. So okay, assessment. That's your weekly quiz. There's 20 questions on each quiz, and you don't have a project in this course. I know some of the courses have projects, not this one. So anyway, so I've already been going here, what, 13 minutes. So I'm gonna quit, get out of here. If you need to get in touch with me, we do the Canvas system here. You send a message, you do email, text, or call, and I will get back with you. And that should do it for now. So it's also this particular term, we have a couple holidays. I got Thanksgiving this week. There's no break for Thanksgiving, though. I mean, you still got to get your work in and everything. But there is the Christmas break. I think after week 4, there's the Christmas break. And then you come back in week 5 after the holidays. So, but anyway, that's it. So I'll let you go. Have a great week. Good Thanksgiving. And talk to you guys next time. Take care.